Afternoon, everyone. My name's Richard Moore, CEO and founder of Digital Media Edge, and welcome to the May episode of the Business Lincolnshire live show. The whole aim of these monthly shows is for us to engage with businesses across Lincolnshire, share the support programs and the financial support which is available to businesses, and also highlight the different sectors across the county and answer any questions that you may have as business owners. We also have a diverse range of guests joining us, and today's show is no different to that. So how to get involved with this show? Well, the main thing is if you're on the LinkedIn event, you'll see there's a live chat in there and you can ask questions on the show. You can have us answer the questions. There's also a poll up there for you to vote in. So make sure that you either comment on the LinkedIn event itself, or if you're watching on Facebook, you can just leave comments on the Facebook event, or you can actually comment on YouTube as well. The show's also been streamed out live to Twitter through Periscope. So there's multiple ways to get involved with the show during the show, but just make sure that you engage with us. This week's show is focused all around the growing digital economy and support that the community, the business community, has across the county. And it really is there to help you to drive and also to fund the digital transformation of your business. On this week's show, we're joined by four amazing guests. First of all, we've got Ben James, who's the community manager from the Mosaic Digital Hub here in Lincoln. And he's going to share with us the concept of the hub, why it was set up, and how it can benefit your business growth. We're also going to have Simon Akers on from Archman Consulting. He's a member of the hub, has been from day one, and he's going to share firsthand his experiences of using Mosaic as a base and also how it's helped him grow his business. We've then got Dan Westlake coming on, and he's going to give us some background on the local digital community across the county and explain how this has grown over the past few years. He runs Digital Lincoln, and he's going to explain how Digital Lincoln benefits its members and how you can join and get involved with the community. And then finally, we've got Stuart McFarlane-Bedford, and he's going to be on to explain the digital support and the grant funding that's available via the Business Lincolnshire Growth Hub to help businesses and support their growth. And it's going to be a real busy show today, and probably after the past 14 months, there's never been a better time for us to have this type of show. I think it's been a tough time for business, but the flip side has also been that there's been this huge leap in businesses embracing digital and technology. And this leap forward has really forced businesses from every sector of every size to take digital transformation seriously. I think this transition isn't all about having the latest piece of technology or software. I mean, certainly when I speak to business owners, they seem to think if they take a new piece of software on, that's digital transformation. I think it's far bigger than that. It's digital adoption in every area of your business, training, building of that digital knowledge base. Yes, you're going to be bringing in new pieces of software, but I always feel that digital transformation is all about aligning how you market and sell your business services to how buyers actually now research and buy. These modern buyers research and buy in a totally different way, even to what they did 5 years ago. But I think that's the biggest leap we've seen in the past 14 months. So certainly something that we can take on board. And I think today's show is going to really help people to get this digital transformation started or accelerate this transformation in your business. So let's get on with the show. Before we meet Ben, our first Ben James from Mosaic Digital Hub, we've got a quick video to play on the hub and why it was set up, and gives you a bit of an overview. Amazing. Now then, Ben, how are you?
Very well, thanks. How are you?
Great. So can you just fill us in a bit more about Mosaic? Obviously, you're the community manager there.
Yes.
Just tell us what the concept was when the hub was set up.
Firstly, thank you for having me today. Really appreciate you inviting me on to talk about Mosaic. So Mosaic opened back in November 2019. And the concept of Mosaic came from Lincoln's digital community, and there was a collaboration with the digital community and Lincolnshire Co-op and Lincolnshire County Council. It was kind of identified that there needed to be a space for the fast-growing Lincolnshire digital sector to have a hub, a place where the sector can grow and can bring those digital and tech businesses together to collaborate, innovate, and develop. So we're based in the centre of Lincoln, and we've got hot desks, dedicated desks, office space, meeting rooms, and event space as well. So it's a real opportunity for digital and tech businesses to set up and call it their home, really.
And businesses you don't have to be a member there. You can use the facility anytime, can you?
Yeah, the meeting room and event space are available for everyone. There's different levels of membership, but yeah, the meeting rooms and event space are generally open to anyone. As I said, we opened back in 2019. We had a really, really good start in what we were doing. We had new members join. We planned out our event schedule, which is really important to us. And then in March 2020, something happened. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It seemed to go under the radar slightly. Something called I've written it down just because in case I pronounce it wrong. Something called coronavirus. I don't know. Have you heard of it, Richard?
Yeah. How did it affect you? Was it? Did the hub stay open?
We did. We stayed open for those businesses who couldn't work from home. It was really limited. We worked with our members in terms of working out what best solutions were for them. And try to support them throughout it. But yeah, it was a difficult time for our businesses based within the hub and to run a co-working space during a pandemic where government advice is don't go near anyone. And a big thing that we want to do is create a community and want people to come together. So they completely clash those two things. So, but since Boris gave us the roadmap, we're seeing an increase in inquiries and we're seeing people ready to come back to the office, and we're really excited to start planning our event schedule. We're really excited to put those events out there. We want to put empowering events that strengthen the digital community and educate those non-digital businesses as well. You know, Lincolnshire is a vast county, and there's lots of businesses that haven't kept up with the digital times, and we want to try and support those as well to bring them forward. We want to make Mosaic sort of the epicenter of the digital and tech sector and make it a center of excellence, I suppose, within the digital and tech community.
And if you are a traditional business that's going through this digital transformation and looking at the areas of your business, can they come to the building and draw on the expertise of some of the businesses in there?
Of course, yeah, and that's really important. What we want to do, we want to try and promote the businesses that are working in here and our community of businesses, and support those non-digital businesses to step up, whether that's through events or signposting businesses to other businesses. That community is really important, and we'll try and support our members as best as we can. You know. I think you spoke before about the community element of it, and we don't want it to be 100 businesses working in here, heads down every day, never speaking to each other. That's not the point of Mosaic. The point of Mosaic is to create that community where people can come together and collaborate and you know, business relationships, friendships, collaboration. We want all those sorts of things to happen, and that collaboration is really key.
That's excellent. So while we're talking about members, should we bring in Simon to the conversation?
Yes, of course. I just had a couple of other things before.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, far away.
So yeah, as I said, that collaboration is really important to us, and we've seen some real key key bits of collaboration happen already with guest speakers on events, guest speakers on podcasts, members becoming other members' recommended businesses when they speak to their clients, tender applications going in together. And that really is the essence of Mosaic, that collaboration. And COVID has really changed the way lots of people are going to work, and working from home is widely more accepted. But it's not for everyone. Working from home isn't for everyone. It's certainly not for me. I found it really difficult when I did it. I'm not very productive, and I've got a 3-year-old at home, and working at home with a 3-year-old is really difficult. He doesn't understand why I'm on the phone or why I'm not talking to him. In fact, at one point when I was working at home, he burst into the room. I was on a Zoom call. He burst into the room, no clothes on, and just went, "Daddy, I'm naked." So that was the end of me working from home. I couldn't work out whether to cover the screen, cover him, or what.
Yeah.
There are lots of
distractions.
Yeah, there's lots of people who can't work from home, and we've all missed that human interaction as well. This last year, and one member described the reason they wanted to join Mosaic is because they wanted some fake colleagues. They worked at home every day and they didn't speak to people, and they wanted some fake colleagues. And I thought that's a really nice way of describing what we can help provide. We can help provide that community, the regular faces that you see, or you can have catch up and things like that. So that was really, really important to us. And that digital community, like Mosaic, can be that supportive community. It can be there to bounce ideas off each other, to problem solve together, to improve productivity, open doors into different parts of businesses, and improve your mental health. And that's really important. Now, we've got Simon coming in a second, and hopefully he'll back all this up. I'm sure he will. We've spoken to some other tenants about what Mosaic is to them, and we got some really nice feedback. We tried to do this independently, so we didn't want it to look like we've twisted their arm and told them to say something nice. And I just want to pick a couple of these out in terms of feedback that we got. So we got what is Mosaic? It's a creative space for like-minded people to grow their business. It represents the future of working. A supportive community of like-minded yet diverse individuals. It gives me everything I need to scale my business. The pricing and flexibility are unheard of the quality of space, and it allows me the freedom to make the decisions to grow my business without worrying about holding the baby if all goes wrong. So that really sort of encompasses what we're talking about that community. And then I asked them what are the benefits of Mosaic? What are the benefits? And we thought we'd get things like, we've got great coffee, the spaces, we've got meeting rooms, we've got it's 24-hour access. We thought we'd get those as the benefits, but it was really interesting to see what our members' key benefits were. And they came back with things like, it helps me grow my expertise in marketing in a fun environment. Mosaic is a collaborative, friendly environment where I've not only benefited in terms of increased productivity, but it's benefited my mental health as well. And I've made some fantastic friends. The Mosaic team have created a truly unique environment for people to flourish in. And that really encompasses exactly what we wanted to do. And yes, it's been a tricky year with COVID, but that really shows that we are on the right track in terms of creating the environment that we want to create, a community of businesses coming together, not just for work, but to create those relationships, friendships, and then that makes everything else easier when you're in a space like this. So we're really pleased with the progress that we've made in those comments. And we've got Simon here today with us to give his feedback as well. Simon's been with us from day one, pretty much, and really understands what we've tried to achieve all throughout the Mosaic process. And and it is great in terms of his collaborations and everything else he does.
You're offering for people watching the show. You're offering a free trial day. Is that right? That's
right. Yeah. So if you're a digital tech business and you're you want to come and see Mosaic, you want to see how it can benefit you, whether it's meeting rooms or you want to see about desk space or offices, give us a call or drop us an email. We're offering a free trial day for anyone who would like to see how it can benefit them.
Awesome, thanks. All right, well, let's bring Simon in then, and we'll see how it benefited him. Hi, Simon. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I just want to quickly call out the irony of me working from home today, by the way, before you introduce me, because I'm just waiting on a collection of something from B&Q. So, but as is the agility of co-working, these things do happen. So yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Okay, so just fill us in a bit about your background and how you got involved with Mosaic, Simon.
Yeah, sure. So I guess from my point of view, I'm a marketing consultant and strategist, and I've been working back in London for about 7 or 8 years, and I made the decision for various reasons, personally and professionally, to move back to the area, actually to Newark at the end of 2019. And it started, so it's kind of, I do strategy and planning, but I'm also used to working with remote freelancers and partners who do work for my client. So kind of used to collaboration. But what became quickly apparent was I guess I'm like a hamster in a cage when I'm having to work from home. And I was on LinkedIn just scrolling. You have those like random minutes where you just zone out and you ignore all your other actual meaningful tasks and you're just scrolling through LinkedIn. And I'm glad I did, and I procrastinated because I saw Ben James's update on Mosaic just opening, and it looked really good. And I thought to myself, I need something which is going to give me that kind of third space. Like I wasn't in a position to pay for a full office. I wasn't in that sort of financial position, but at the same time, I just couldn't be in my pen anymore. That's kind of how it came about, for context. Really. So, yeah.
Fabulous. And how's it developed then since you moved into Mosaic? How's your relationship developed? How's it benefited the business being in that environment?
Oh, I mean, it's fundamentally improved in so many ways, and I think there's two parts to that. It's the personal part, because when I set up my own company, I was in that position where I like to collaborate. I'm very big on outsourcing the things that I'm not good at, which is quite a lot of things. So it's important for me to collaborate accordingly. So the moment I got to Mosaic, I felt like I wasn't on my own. Ben and he had Aid working in the morning, and had Ben working all day doing stuff. And there was a nice coffee we'd have when we listened to Radio 2's quiz on at 10:30, and it was like a really good feeling. And I think Ben alluded to it in his previous point about fake colleagues. It's so true. And like I say, on a professional basis, I've been able to focus, get my time done, meet new partners. I've got a new SEO partner, graphic designer, copywriter. But on a personal basis, my ability to work and to feel more professional and have two screens and not have my feet up on the sofa has just been a huge benefit.
Lovely. So you feel it's that community field, is it, that gives you that serendipity of other ideas coming up?
100%, Richard. And I think, what the thing is, I don't know, everyone will relate to this who's been sat at home in lockdown. You have to create that third space. You can't go in the office, but you're at home. The last thing you want to do is, be surrounded by everything. And I've tried to create I did my fake commute for a bit. I set up on the table my own little office. But it's just not the same, is it? So, no. And thankfully with COVID, I just want to say, you talk about flexibility. They were able to offer a pause solution, so we could pause without full notice, and that shows the sort of the care and empathy that those guys provide on a daily basis, really. So, yeah, it's important to have that third space without doubt.
And have you seen external businesses coming in for advice to Mosaic yet?
It's like Heathrow some days. Not like too big, but it's really cool. Like, I see people walk around. Ben's always doing his tours, but also, I walk past an office and I want to nip in a meeting room, and I'm like, oh, cool. There's people I've never seen in my life, but they're having a great time, and they're using the clicker thing to get on the screen, and they're presenting and doing their monthly meetings and stuff. So you do get a kind of an alchemy of people and conversations, and I think that actually only benefits the place. And also the alchemy of people, and talking about a mosaic of people. I mean, it's like cheesy play on words, but there's my friends who I've made there, they're from like, Guangzhou in China and LA and, Hereford and Collingham, so
LA, Hereford and Collingham.
and Newark, by the way. Yeah, these are the cosmopolitan hot hubs. No, seriously, this is the great thing about it. It's the alchemy and the people and conversations that you just have. And when you're at home, you lose that. You lose those little moments, don't you? Because you're on Zoom or whatever. And then when you're offline, you're kind of on your own. And I think when you're in an office, those kind of water cooler conversations really come into their own in Mosaic. So, yeah.
And do you think, because obviously the last 14 months, you've probably been carrying out most of your meetings virtually, but are you looking forward to getting back to inviting clients up for face-to-face and things like that?
Absolutely, yes. I've already, I said one of my clients, quite a few of my clients are based down in London still, but I actually sent them a screen grab this morning. Someone put on LinkedIn a picture of Visit Lincoln on where you're tapping on the TFL on the tube, and I sent it to them. But there you go, 2 hours away. Get up here for a meeting. So it's good to see Lincoln on the map, not just in our kind of our Lincolnshire area, but when I go out to the rest of the UK and I talk about the places that are really happening with the university and all the support that happened here. I'm really proud to be part of this. I guess this Lincoln-centric community. It's been great. Yeah.
Awesome. There you go, Ben. Free publicity there.
I'll charge you for that. No, I'm joking. Thank you for having me on, Ben.
Before you go, Simon, just tell us a little bit about your Back to Basics 21.
Oh yeah, Back to Basics. So actually, I wrote a book and published it in the new year. And the reason I'm mentioning it is because part of my business is I do various things in marketing. I do the overall strategy. So the three main parts of strategy with marketing going into it is, what are you selling? What's your proposition, your brand, your positioning? Then kind of the, the messaging, this is what are we telling people? And number three is the distribution, like, marketing it and advertising it as we know it. And then obviously the measurement. And I do the overall bits, but I've got like many partners in my collective who write and validated my sort of comments much better than I ever could.
Yeah.
And interestingly, a couple of them are actually from Mosaic. I met through Mosaic. There's someone who's really good at Google Analytics and landing pages. I met her. There's the guys over at Econ One who do Google shopping campaigns for my clients. So, and I think that's a great manifestation of collaboration and also owning the fact that you can't do everything yourself. But I have actually included a link somewhere. Oh yeah, you've got it on the screen. There you go.
So this can be any business can download this. And start using
download it for free. Yeah, download it for free, and have a little read of that. And if you want to get in touch with me or any of the experts in the book, just give me a shout.
Awesome.
And hopefully it'll help people with digital change, transformation and everything this year. So.
Yeah. Well, I think lots of businesses will be going through that. Right. So let's bring our next guest in. Thank you very much for your time, Simon.
Thank you for having me. Cheers, gentlemen.
Thank you. So let's bring in Dan Westlake, just to talk a bit about the local digital community. Dan's been instrumental in growing this community over the past 3 or 4 years, set up Digital Lincoln. So nice to meet you, Dan. How's things going?
Very well, Richard, and thanks for having me in the stream today. I'd like to rewind, if I can, give you a bit of background of how Digital Lincoln got started. I worked as a freelance web designer for about 5 years, based in Grimsby. I took on staff, got up to about 3 of us, and then we kind of got stuck. It's very, very difficult to find specialist skills, and we kind of. I had a light bulb moment. I was on a train going down to Surrey. One of our biggest customers was there at the time, and I realised it's not necessarily where our customers are. We're on the internet. We're a digital business. What we need to do is be where we can get new members of staff. So I decided, I'd sell my house, my wife sell her house, and we moved the business from Grimsby to Lincoln. And the reason we did that is I thought, well, actually, this is a place where I think the tech community is growing, and we've got a fantastic university. So when I came to Lincoln, I think it was 2010, there was quite a lot of things going on in the local scene, but a lot of it was based around social media. So things like tweet meets, link up live was a great way to meet people, and it was a fantastic way to get involved in the Lincoln scene. So fast forward a few years, 2015, we won Lincolnshire Digital Business of the Year, and that kind of gave me a bit of a platform. And I went to see people. I basically said, look, there's a lot of really interesting stuff going on here in Lincoln. We've relocated to Lincoln, and it's been an amazing move. But why are we shouting about it? And why isn't the more things happening a part of the community and people waving the flag? I went to see Lincoln UTC, the Lincolnite Chamber of Commerce, the County Council, and it was like pushing an open door. Everyone was like, well, this is a great idea. And then I realised, well, someone needs to be doing this. And then I realised, well, it's me, you idiot. I need to do this. So in March 2016, I started Digital Lincoln. We, as a meetup group, the website address is on there. And we had a first event with John Moss. John Moss was the founder of a Hull digital community called Hull Digital. And I got him on board to talk about how Hull has grown as a digital city and how the community has been a part of that. And kind of trying to build a little bit of a parallel of what I hope to do with Digital Lincoln. The format's very informal. We meet the last Tuesday of every month, and it's in an evening. So the Digital Lincoln events are for people that don't necessarily have control over their own itinerary. So it's not a business networking event. It's for practitioners, people that are working in digital technology, and they want to spend a bit of time getting to know other people that are working in the sector. But it's not necessarily just for professionals. I mean, developers, designers, students, entrepreneurs, teachers, hobbyists. It's a very, very broad church, and we try to alternate between technical and non-technical subjects. So there's something for everybody. We try to be friendly and open to all. When we had physical events, back in before, we had pizza and beers. We have a main speaker, which is usually on for about 3/4 of an hour, but it's very, very social. I mean, the main objective of Digital Lincoln is really to learn things and to network. We've had speakers who are educators, entrepreneurs. We've had experts in cybersecurity, engineers. We've even had an Australian fighter pilot come and talk to us. And then you can also find people that are in Lincoln and they're trying to do the same things as you and draw those networks. Exactly what Simon was talking about earlier. It's sometimes who you know that can help your business forwards. There's about 1,000 members on our meetup group, and we've got a Slack channel which has got about 450 members. That's really important because I don't want the communication just to be from us, 2 members. The power of the network is the member-to-member communication. There's about 70,000 messages, I checked last night, been sent on that Slack channel. So it's quite active, but also there's quite a lot of people that use it as a way to kind of keep in touch with people, which is great. A lot of direct messages goes on behind the scenes. There's different categories for different topics. Slack is very much like a sort of chat environment, a sort of Hotmail kind of, a chat conversation kind of thing. So if you're interested in the engineering technical side of digital technology, then you can meet people on those particular boards. Or maybe if you want to post something about cryptocurrency, or just stay in touch. There'll be a section for you. So that's where a lot of stuff happens online. We do have an annual event which is called Lincoln Hack. That's a 24-hour coding competition. We didn't run it last year. Still a question mark about whether we're going to run it this year, but hopefully we will do, because again, that's a fantastic networking opportunity. It's open to everyone, and it's just about sort of sharing your skills and doing it in a kind of fun environment. But really, this is a business event, so I wanted to just kind of think about what are the benefits of getting involved in a community like Digital Lincoln to a business. And quite simply, it's not digital technology is not about servers and blinky lights. It's about skills and it's about people. So if you're on your own, or if you've got a team around you, then a great way to level up your skills is to start to get involved in the local tech community. Whether that's coming to every event or just events that you like the sound of, then actually you can meet people, you can draw connections, and we're really, really pleased to be able to host those events at Mosaic. It's a fantastic workspace, and we've been involved right from the beginning. And it's a great opportunity to have a central hub, and a central hub around which the community can gradually grow. It's been an amazing journey over the last 5 years. We've gone from literally nothing to almost 1,000 members on the meetup, and I'm really looking forward to being able to do physical events yet again. But I think there's a long way to go, and I think Mosaic is a really good place to see the community grow, and it would be fantastic if that continues for the next 5 years. Who knows where it will go? So check out the website, join in. I hope to see you at a digital meetup sometime soon.
And do you get, just one question about that, Dan, do you get many businesses tap into the knowledge that you've got now? Because obviously you've got a huge knowledge base there, haven't you?
Well, there's a lot of networking goes on, and to be honest, it's not my thing to dictate who connects with who. I'm very much an introducer. I put the events on, and then it's great to see these people, having conversations, taking things into a quiet area, perhaps exchanging business cards, because that something's going to happen. And I think this is the advantage of an open working space like you have at Mosaic, is you're not all in your little cubicles and you're not just working with your team. And there is the opportunity to then, what are you working on? And what are you working on? I mean, a great example, I used to have an office at C4DI in Hull, which is a similar collaborative space. And I used to go on a Tuesday, and there was a person sat opposite me most Tuesdays. We got to know each other quite a lot, and we actually referred business between each other. And we worked in different sectors, which is like, oh no, I know someone that does that precise thing. And it's those kind of accidental connections and that serendipity that allows you to think, well, if we could get a different perspective on things, if we could take an existing problem and add in a new technology or a new skill set, maybe there's a business opportunity there. So it doesn't happen overnight, and it's wrong to just say that coming to one digital Lincoln event is going to change your business. But actually, if you can grow your skills and if you can grow your team skills, then actually I think this is going to be an interesting way that everyone can grow their businesses.
Amazing. All right, so some fantastic support, a great community to get involved in. I do encourage everybody to get involved with Digital Lincoln. Right, let's move on then, because we've got all these great ideas. The business is now transforming. We've got a whole knowledge base of people to talk to. How do we now fund it, and what support's available on the funding side? And that's what Stuart McFarlane-Bedford's going to join us to talk about. The digital support, the grant funding that Business Lincolnshire's Growth Hub can offer. And he's going to explain to us some of the things that you can take advantage as a business owner of to really get your digital game moving. Hi, Stuart. How are you?
Good morning. It is still morning because we've not had lunch yet. So hello.
All right. So, just tell us a little bit about some of the funding that's available to be taken advantage of by businesses, and because there's quite clear areas that you can spend it on and what you can't spend it on. So do you want to just give some overview of what's available at the moment, Stuart?
I certainly will. So just to say to everyone, the funding and the support that we offer is not just for digital businesses. It's for all businesses. It's about supporting people to adopt digital technology. That can be across every business in every sector. And actually, for us, it's about helping people understand how they can adopt, how they can introduce digital technology into their businesses. And that will allow them then to buy products and services from the digital deliverers, such as the people like Simon. They may want some marketing support from Simon, or certainly from Dan's business they may need a website developing. So for us, it's supporting digital technology across all sectors, and certainly people like Ben and Dan are doing great jobs in sort of holding the banner for the digital sector in Lincolnshire, which is really growing. So how do we help, and what do we offer? Okay, there are 4 things that we can help you with. The first thing is with knowledge, because what we found is that people lack some understanding of what digital technology can do for them and for their business. And for us, it's about trying to share, as everyone's been talking about, the digital community is all about sharing knowledge. And that's what we try and do. So we run lots of interactive masterclasses that are free to attend. We're running, I think we're in the middle of our spring session. We run about 100 sessions a year, both in a spring and an autumn program. They're on the Business Lincolnshire website under events. Book on them. Come on. We have really good speakers. They're interactive. We ensure that people feel part of it, because we're doing it obviously all remotely. We're trying to create that classroom environment and that peer-to-peer learning. So we have lots of masterclasses. They're not all technical. So there's things about marketing, things about sales, about social media, Twitter, etc., etc. A long list. The second thing we do is we offer specialist support, specialist one-to-one support for your business. And these are in 3 areas. These are in digital technology, so we can come into your business or talk to your business about what systems you want to introduce. Do you want a CRM system, or actually how can you improve your broadband connection? So we'll talk around the digital technology. We'll also talk about sales and marketing. We'll help look at developing a digital marketing strategy for you, or a social media strategy, or even a sales strategy, looking at how you move your business online. Again, we have experts within our team that work on these areas. So that's the second thing, specialist support. The third is around funding. We actually offer a £1,000 digital grant. Now, I checked this morning. We have £28,000 left. So that means we can support another 28 businesses with a £1,000 digital grant. Now, what does this grant allow you to do? It does not allow you to buy a laptop or a printer. This grant is about adoption of digital technology. So what that means is, if you are looking to buy a CRM system, or you're wanting to take your accounts and put them online using Sage or QuickBooks or Xero or whatever, potentially it could be used for that. Are you wanting to improve your website? Are you wanting to introduce e-commerce onto your website, or an online booking system onto your website? The grant will help you pay for that. So it's a fixed sum of £1,000. You need to match that with at least another £1,000, and it's a very simple process. You fill in a sort of an application form. We let you know if it's been approved, and you go out and you find the supplier that you want to supply that, and then you pay them, and then you claim £1,000 back from us. It's a really simple process. Okay. The fourth thing is we do fund a couple of technology hubs. They're based at the university in Lincoln. One is the Design Block, who specializes in 3D scanning, 3D printing, and creating almost like a virtual tour, because they can scan rooms. And the other is the Motion Capture Hub, who have very high-speed cameras, who look at production lines, say bottling lines, things whizzing really fast. They can slow them down and check out if there's a problem there. And they do a lot of work around looking at human interaction. So like a golf swing, how they will monitor that and how to improve that. Again, for businesses, we offer free support. So you can have 12 hours free support from one of these hubs. They could help you develop a prototype product or some sort of new service, or they can just solve a problem for you. And again, that's all free of charge through the Business Growth Hub.
Fabulous. So the services, you've got training, you've got funding, you've got everything else. Anything else that you think the Growth Hub really excels in helping businesses adopt digital?
Well, what we also do is we certainly, and my team, we work across the growth hub, across all the sectors, trying to advise them, and we work with particularly the visitor economy sector at the moment. We've been doing a lot of work with them because, you know, as a sector, they really have suffered during this pandemic because lots of things have been closed. So that's you know, B&Bs, hotels, you know, hospitality, tourist attractions. So we've been working with them to try and get them ready for coming back online. So we've been running special sessions with them, actually looking at their problems. Fantastic. And how to solve their problems. And there is a new study that is yet to be published, but we've been involved in, and actually what it's found is people have talked about the human side. And I think Dan said it's not all flicking servers, it's about skills and humans. Well, actually, it is about understanding human behavior, because since we've all been in lockdown, the way that people are buying products and services has changed dramatically. Yeah. And everyone is doing things online now. And what we need to work with businesses is to make sure that they understand how their customers are now buying, because they've changed. You know, in March 2020, they bought in one way. Here we are, you know, May 2021, they're buying in a different way. And actually, it's about understanding human behavior, how people buy, that really will influence how they use the digital technology.
Absolutely. Perfect segue to the end of the show there then, Stuart, because we're on 42 minutes now. So I just hope everybody's found that interesting. As Stuart rightly said, think about your business and aligning how you market and sell with how your buyers research and buy. And that should be at the heart of your digital transformation. If you can get that right and make those digital touch points as remarkable as everything else in your business, then you'll be working in the right areas of the business. Right. So thanks for getting involved in the show today. I don't think we've any other questions. I've just been going through the comments. I think everyone seems to have enjoyed the show. Simon's link will be shared on the event as well. So we'll share the Bitly link on the event for you, Gary. So if you want to download Simon's ebook or anyone else who's watching the show, we'll share it on the event in the comments on there. Now, the next show is Tuesday, the 29th of June, 2021, and it's at 12 noon. So that's a month's time. And the focus for that, as Stuart was just talking about the visitor economy, the focus is going to be on Lincolnshire's visitor economy, staycations. And I'm sure we're all going to be thinking about that in June for July and August. So going to be a really interesting show all about what Lincolnshire can offer. And we're going to discuss that. So please get involved with the show if there's any questions you want to send in, but it'll be a really interesting show. So make sure you put that in your calendar, Tuesday, the 29th of June at 12 noon again. And hopefully you've had a great show. Thank you all, and we'll see you then. Take care.